Has the fraud detection and investigations team identified any increase in suspicious activity during the COVID crisis in relation to that?
So, Senator, we've been very focused on fraud. Obviously, there are new mechanisms of potential fraud. So across all the programs, we have found, so we've previously testified on the level of fraud in the ERS program, which is at about 0.3% of applications on our count, which is a very, very low level of fraud. We have also been looking at JobKeeper and Cash Flow Boost and have not found systemic fraud. We have found there have been some individual opportunistic frauds, but we have not identified a high level of fraud. And part of that was the design feature of the measures, which were designed only to be available for those who had a good lodgement and a good tax history, which made it harder for people to resurrect dormant entities or...
So I think your answer is no. You haven't, the investigations and fraud team haven't identified any increase in suspicious activity during COVID.
We have not found, it's been a low level of fraud on these programs. And
what about red flags? Have you had more red flags?
So we've had more, so for example, through the early release of Super, we have received a variety of suspicious matter reports from AUSTRAC. There has also been a spate of, when an organisation has its payroll data amongst other data hacked, there have been a few hackings of companies which have meant that we have put more red flags on identity files.
Okay, can you give me, what the level of increase might be then in red flag activity?
So, Senator, I'll take on notice, but I might give you, if it's possible, the number of files that we have, let's say the number of taxpayers that we have put a identity warning on over time, if that would be useful.
And also whether I really am, like it's 1 minute, but seriously it doesn't, it is estimates as well. Like if we go 3 minutes over, I'm really sorry, Minister, but we are here beyond your departure. I am trying.
Indeed we are.
I am trying. Okay, so you'll take that on notice.
I'm in the committee's hands, as always.
Do you have enough resources to investigate suspicious activity and potential fraud?
Yes, Senator.
Have you made any decisions internally to reduce the number of investigations relative to red flags due to staff constraint?
No, Senator. So even in the height of COVID, where we did divert some resources from compliance activities, we have very deliberately maintained our resources around fraud type activities.
And so on notice, you'll be able to tell me whether the difference in red flag or the increase in red flag during COVID?
Yes, so Senator, we'll try to give you some longitudinal data which gives a sense of that.
All right, thank you. 30 seconds early.
Well done.